Okay, this is part 2 of the Unit 5 project. We formatted our spreadsheet now. Click on cell 3, or cell D3. We're going to figure out our spending limit per month. In order to do that, I type in equals to start the formula. My annual income divided by the number of months, a / then 12. So my monthly spending limit is $1,666.67. Now, in for our next set of formulas, we need to put in figure out the yearly and monthly costs of, say, housing. So in order to do that, we're going to have to use a absolute reference. So typing in equals and clicking on annual income using our handy dandy keyboard shortcut of F4 on the keyboard. And then we're going to multiply it by the percent in column B. And that will give us our percentage of housing that is going to go for our yearly housing allowance. Okay, so $4,000. Now, because I have that absolute reference, I don't have to do it for each cell in column B. I can copy that down, and let's see if it worked. Okay, there we go. And each one of these are correctly referenced cell C3 given our absolute reference. Now let's do the same thing for the monthly. We start with an equals. We click on cell D3. And we're going to make this absolute. So I hit F4 on my keyboard, the function for key. And I'm going to multiply that by the percentage. So I'm going to shift 8 for an asterisk for the multiplication, and then hit percent, and then hit enter. Okay, and so there's the monthly percentage, the percentage of the actual dollar amount that I can devote towards housing if my income is $1,666.67. Now, copying this formula down, and it shows the different dollar amounts in the different categories. Okay? Now, what I need to do is sum. I'm going to sum in columns B, C, and D. Easy way to do this. Click on the functions and put in the sum. And add these together. Notice that this amount is not 100%, this is 90%. That gives you 10% of leeway on your budget. 90% of your budget. So you have a little bit left over, so about 100 and let's see what 10% is, would be about $150, 162 times this. Let's sum up column C. And last but not least, let's sum up column D. Clicking on function, sum. And for totals, let's format these. And let's make these white and text color. Bold. And let's horizontally align them in the middle. Okay. Next, let's change the annual income. Let's check. See if our spreadsheet is indeed working correctly. I'm going to change it to 25,000. Do all these numbers change? Yes, they do. I've done it correctly. And our monthly budget has gone up. Spending limit and all the different categories have gone up. Okay, now we're going to do some changes to how we're publishing it and how we're working with this file. So I go to File. I'm going to go to Publish to the Web. I'm going to link the entire document. We're not going to change any of that. Make sure, check that it's automatically republishing. And publish that. Are you sure you want to publish this selection? I'm going to click OK. And then I'm Control+C as prompted. And I'm going to paste that link into A22. But first, I'm going to merge these cells and paste my link in. Notice it's longer than it needs to be. Let's wrap that text. Okay, now we have a link, which we can test at any point. And next, we're going to download the entire project. So if, for example, you needed to send this to someone, you can either link it to them or you can download it and attach a spreadsheet file. So we're going to download as a Microsoft Excel file, XLSX. Okay, I'm going to download it as the Unit 5 project to my desktop. So I've downloaded that. Okay. Now it's on my desktop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to minimize my desktop browser. And I have Unit 5 project here. I'm going to do a screenshot. I've done a screenshot of it. Let's bring up my browser again. All right. Got my browser back up. We're going to add a sheet. In sheet 2, I'm going to insert a drawing. Paste that in. Okay, so I have this large desktop right now. I don't need to see all of that, so little practice. We're going to double click on this. And I am going to crop it to just show the fact that my Unit 5 project is right here on my desktop. Alright, so I got a picture of my Unit 5 project here on the desktop, and I'm going to save and close that. And that's going to insert into my second sheet. So I do have evidence of that on my second sheet. I'm going to go back to my first sheet. Okay. And I'm going to open my revisions history. Mine's going to look a little different. I did this all over a couple nights, or maybe not. See revision history. And I'm going to show more detailed revisions. So I have a massive amount of revision history. Okay. I'm going to take a screenshot again. Go back on over to the second sheet that I already inserted another drawing. Oh, got to get our revision history first. Go to sheet 2, insert another drawing. Paste. I'm going to double click on this, and you should be getting good at this by now. So I'm going to make sure I've got all of this revision history in there. Notice after the first time that you clicked show more detailed revisions, it changes to show less detailed revisions. So I've cropped it. I've got revision history. I'm going to save and close that. Wait a minute while it loads up. Okay, so now you should have a picture of Unit 5 project on your desktop, and you should have a screen capture of your extended revision history. Let's name sheet 2. We're going to call this revision history. Actually, let's and back to sheet 1. Okay, that's it for the Unit 5 project. Check it against your key and make sure to share your Unit 5 folder with your instructor.